Facebook COO Sheryl Sandberg, who's also on the board of our parent company, Disney, taught us how to lean in with her best-selling 2013 book. Then 2 years later, her beloved husband, Dave Goldberg, died suddenly and unexpectedly. And now Sheryl and co-author Adam Grant are showing us how to make the most of Option B. It's the title of their new book. Would you please welcome a dear friend of ours, Sheryl Sandberg, back here. Good morning, America. As it should be.
Thank you, Robin.
I enjoyed reading the book, got so much out of it, and I'm going to say something right here. In our control room, Lily, our dear director, just lost her father, and she really needs this segment, as many people do in suffering loss. Tell people what you mean by Option B.
My husband died suddenly, and it's an unimaginable thing to live through. I felt like there was a void closing in on me. I wouldn't be able to breathe, and above all, I really worried that my kids' happiness would have just been wiped out in that instant we lost Dave. And so I turned to my friend Adam Grant, who's a psychologist, and I said, what do I do? What do I do to get myself through this, get my kids through this? And what he taught me was that we're not born with a fixed amount of resilience. It's a muscle everyone can build. A few weeks later, I was talking to my friend Phil about a father-son activity that Dave wasn't going to be here to do. And we came up with a plan to fill in for Dave. But then I said, but I want Dave to go. And he said, Option A is not available. So let's just kick the out of Option B. And we all live some form of Option B. You've lived through cancer. People go to prison, people lose jobs, people get divorced, people suffer unbearable loss. And the question is, then what? How do we make the most of it?
How do we make the most of it? How do we not only help ourselves, but also help people to help us get through this? And one thing, do you notice? There's an elephant in the room.
There is.
Right over there, literally, there's an elephant in the room. And you talk about how when you went back to Facebook, there was an elephant in the room, the death of your husband. But we're so, do we talk about it? Do we not talk about it? It's the elephant in the room.
Well, I love the stuffed elephant. Because for me, you know, it wasn't just the grief, it was the isolation. Before I lost Dave, dropped my kids off at school, said hi to everyone, walked into the office, everyone chit-chat. And then not so much. And anyone I know who's been through cancer says that happens to them, right? Or any of these other kinds of adversity. And I understand that because I used to do this too. I thought if someone was going through something hard, the first time I saw them, I would say something. But if I brought it up again, I was bringing it up, reminding them. That's absurd. You can't remind me I lost Dave. I know I lost Dave every day, to this day, and I always will. So when people didn't say anything, it felt so isolating. It felt like there was a huge elephant following me around. And one of the reasons Adam and I wrote Option B was to kick that elephant out of the room so that we can be there for each other when we need each other the most.
I know, you've used that stuffed animal. Tell people, and I love the book, The 3 Ps. That really got me. I never really thought of it like that. Tell people about that.
Psychologists talk about the traps that keep us from recovering. Personalization, blaming ourselves. We blame ourselves for things that were our fault, blame ourselves for things that weren't. But even when we make mistakes, and all humans do, self-compassion is huge for recovery. And both men and women need to do better, but women particularly. Pervasiveness. It doesn't affect all areas of your life. After Dave died, even months later, I felt guilty laughing at a joke.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Survivor's guilt is so big, and it comes for all forms of adversity. Why did I survive in my cancer group and no one else did? Letting yourself feel good about the things that are still left in your life. And permanence. Knowing it would not feel that way forever. When I lost Dave, I thought the early grief, those days where it felt like every day was a month, would never get better. And you know what? The grief is still here. I still miss Dave, but it is not like it was 2 years ago. And I'm hoping this book helps people believe that in a way that I didn't.
You're going to help a lot of people. You also talk about things that you should not say. People's hearts are in the right place, but there's sometimes they say things when people are grieving, such as?
Well, it's about acknowledging pain. So even the very standard greeting we all do every day is, how are you? Well, I just got diagnosed with cancer. I'm not so good. I just lost my husband. It's hard to answer that question. how are you today?
I like that.
Acknowledges, I know you're living minute to minute, day to day, and I'm there with you. The power of doing something rather than offering to do anything. I used to do this. When someone was going through something hard, I would say, and I meant it, is there anything I can do?
Oh, that's a classic line from everybody. And we mean well when we say that, but to be specific about what
That's
you can
right.
do. Yeah.
So when I heard that question, it's so hard to answer. It kind of shifts the burden to the person you're trying to help. And I didn't have an answer. Can you make Father's Day go away so I don't have to live through it every year? Rather than that, just do something. My dear friends, Dan and Esther Levy, tragically lost a son. They were in the hospital for months. And one of their friends texted from the hospital lobby and said, I'm in the lobby for a hug for the next hour, whether or not you come down.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Show up.
Yeah, show up. And as you have a beautiful op-ed in the New York Times today, and talking about resilience, which you talk with Adam a lot in the book, and specifically about your children. How are they doing today, your children? How are they? And how have they been resilient through this?
My kids are incredible. Kids have incredible resilience, and they need it. They need it if they face trauma like mine. So many children face so much hardship, but they need it for the daily things in life. And I'm really proud of my kids. They have perspective I would not wish on any child, but they have it. A few weeks ago, my son's basketball team lost the playoffs, and a lot of the other little boys were pretty upset. There were some tears. And I looked at my son and I said, how are you? And he said, Mom, this is 6th grade basketball.
I know. Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah. We have 20 seconds left. Joy. You end by talking about joy. You have joy back in your life.
I do, and I try to notice it. One of the best suggestions is write down 3 moments of joy a day, because no matter what hardship we're facing, there's a moment. Your coffee tastes good. My daughter gave me a hug. Someone gave you a smile. And then we focus on joy.
Yes, and to say, we're going to get through this. We are going to get through this, not I.
Yes.
We are here for you, Sheryl Sandberg. It is called Option B. It's out now.